For starters, like an idea is obviously that's the gem, but it's also about execution. So it's really important to have track record and to be able to deliver on the idea. Definitely, the idea is one part of it, executing is one part of it, and being able to run a business, I think, is also one part of it, being able to answer that. And that's one of the things that I think is really important with what's happening now, is that you do have to be able to deliver to an investor, and so understanding how to do that is really important. It's important to be able to talk to an investor and to be able to understand what is required to be able to deliver on that when you are actually getting some kind of funding.
As a rule of thumb, we're looking for investments that have the prospect of 10 times return. But we're not, in a sense, we're not in it for the 10 times. We're in it to keep the merry-go-round going around. So the 10 times return is designed to make sure that if there are some failures, and we expect there'll be some failures, in essence, you're kind of looking for fast failure here. You're looking to test something, and if it fails, to get them out of the misery fairly quickly. But occasionally, as we all know in this room, one or two will be stellar, and we've had plenty of stellar examples in, well, particularly in Kelvin Grove, but certainly in Brisbane. And so it's the stellar examples that will help carry us forward with the rest of the program.
Valuing investment will be based on a number of criteria, and each case will be different. And I don't mean to sound evasive, but at the end of the day, an idea that has some commercial success already is better than an idea that comes on a PowerPoint. So the reality is that there's going to be different vehicles for maintaining an investment and entering an investment agreement, and the valuation will be struck on a case-by-case basis.
I don't know how you evaluate that as such. I mean, speaking very personally, as having invested in a number of things, you need to look at, I think it's a question of what I said, do you think it is a good idea? I mean, I think Tracy made the point again, which is often overlooked. There are actually thousands of good ideas that come every year, but you know, you've got to look and say, can this person execute on this idea? Can this go from a dream to reality? So I think that's a critical component in assessing that, because the risk if the person may be a wonderful idea, they may be very passionate, but if they can't execute on it, then the risk is unreasonable.
When you look at, what's the right time, what's the characteristics of the people you're looking for, and there is a degree of X factor here, guys. We look for a fantastic idea that can be turned into a product. We look for execution and a team built around execution, and we look for timing. The timing piece is very difficult to understand. When is the right time, where on the curve it is, but tenacity builds that X factor. And it doesn't matter whether you're investing in manufacturing, or you're investing in banking, or you're investing in property, or you're investing in creative industries. There's going to be a blend of all of those things together. So when you ask me the question, what makes a great deal, there's a blend of many of these things. You know you won't get there without the right idea that turns into the right product. You know you won't get there if you don't have the right team and build the right team. And you know you won't get there if the timing is completely wrong. And then you overlay that with that X factor piece, and that creates great companies or creates monumental flops. Isn't it exciting?
At Creative Enterprise Australia, we are passionate and committed to growing the creative industries. Our new fund provides us with the ability to back and accelerate and now invest in creative companies for the first time, and indeed in Australia. Head to our website, qtca.com, to find out the 2 levels of applications. We have a wide number of frequently asked questions to hopefully help you through the process. But typically we expect to make investments within a 3 to 6 month period for the early stage fund, and within an 8 to 12 week period for the pre-seed fund. So it starts out with an online application. If we like the look of your idea, we'll invite you in to either pitch to the committee or to the CEA team, and then the process rolls from there. So head to our website, it's got a lot more information.